Hi folks, welcome back to another Basic Foodie UK video. Today I'm trying out two more pizzas, and the reason I am is because these were 69p each. 69p for a pizza. And these pizzas aren't on a deal, they were just 69p per pizza. Now I did do a video not too long ago comparing £1 pizzas, and to be honest I never thought I'd be able to get one cheaper. Considering everything's going up in price so quickly, to find a 69p pizza is something that I really wanted to try out. So I got these two from Morrisons. They only do these two flavours, well at least in the store I was in anyway. One's pepperoni and the other one cheese. They're both thin crust, but they don't look budget. This one says it's loaded with spicy pepperoni slices. This one says topped with melting mozzarella and red cheddar cheeses. So I mean for 69p for a meal, at the moment, that's really good. I will compare these to the £1 pizzas I tried from Iceland and Sainsbury's. I want to see if there is any kind of difference. I'll check out the ingredients, see if they've saved any money there. But from the boxes at least, I mean, they do look really good. Let's just compare the two boxes in a little bit more detail. They're both 314 grams in weight. The cheese pizza says it's topped with melting mozzarella and red cheddar cheeses. The pepperoni says it's loaded with spicy pepperoni slices. Both take 12 minutes to cook. Suitable for vegetarians. The description says thin cheese pizza, pizza base with mozzarella cheese, coloured cheddar cheese and tomato sauce. Each half pizza contains 424 calories. The description on the pepperoni pizza reads thin pepperoni pizza, pizza base with mozzarella cheese, pepperoni and tomato sauce. Half a pizza contains 461 calories. Here's a list of ingredients for the cheese pizza. And here's the ingredients list for the pepperoni pizza. Do pause if you'd like to take a closer look. As you can see here, I've made a quick comparison table between the cheap pizzas. I've only compared like for fairness, so in this case, the cheese and tomato pizzas. As you can see, the Morrisons pizza beats the others on price and weight. It does, however, contain the least amount of cheese as a percentage of the overall weight. However, as it's the heaviest of the three, this makes the difference negligible. Sainsbury's is the least calorific of the three, while the Iceland pizza does not have any advantage in this trio. Alright, without further ado, let's get them both open and see what they look like inside. We'll start with the cheese pizza, so move this out of the way for now. Let's see what we have. I'm expecting a very generic looking cheese pizza. Do you know what, with first impressions, I'm actually pleasantly surprised. It really does look like it's loaded with a lot of cheese. It goes right to the edge. I'm going to get it out of this plastic wrap so we can take a closer look. Try not to spill any cheese. Always goes everywhere when I do this. Doesn't look half bad at all there. So this is it just out of the packet. Certainly doesn't look like they scrimped on the amount of cheese on the top. I'll put a quick video up of the Sainsbury's and the Iceland £1 pizzas, just so you can see for yourself the difference. But to me, I don't know if it's just because it's 69p, but I wasn't expecting something that looked this good. Alright, I'll move that to one side for now, and I'll get the pepperoni pizza. Let's get this one out. I've got high hopes now after the cheese pizza. Let's see what we have. Okay, so I think I'll need to rearrange the pepperoni slices before I put it in the oven. But again, it doesn't look too bad. I wouldn't say it was loaded with pepperoni, but certainly enough for the pizza. Let's get it out the plastic wrap and take a closer look. Again, need to rearrange the pepperoni, but generally looks alright. Has very nice big thick chunks of pepperoni. Don't know if you can see that on the camera. So although it's not absolutely loaded with pepperoni, they seem to be nice and thick. So let's get this rearranged, make it look nice and pretty. So I'll put that over there. Don't know how many pieces there are meant to be to a slice, but I'm just going to wing it and just make them sort of even. Right, I'll say that looks good enough. I'm going to preheat the oven and chuck these both in. they are out of the oven. I may have overcooked them a little bit, but they look really good. The pepperoni slices have shrunk down, and it does look a little bit mean now on the pizza. You don't get too many, but because the slices were so thick, they've actually turned up into little cups. Okay, let's cut these up and give them a try. We'll start with the pepperoni. Well, first impressions, just as tasty as any other cheap frozen pepperoni pizza. The sauce is really nice. It contains rosemary, which gives it a really nice flavour. The pepperoni, well, it tastes just like any other pepperoni really. Hasn't got heaps of flavour. It's certainly not spicy. I really do admire how thick the pepperoni is. It gives the pizza a really nice texture when you're eating it. The pizza base and the crust, well, they're fine. The topping does go very close to the edge of the pizza. Just enough so you can hold it, but nothing particularly special. It does the job. Overall, this is a really good pizza. Obviously, it's not going to be anywhere near as, say, like a Chicago town pizza that you'll buy at a supermarket, or one from a takeaway. It is a cheap pizza. However, it's the cheapest pizza I've found, and it doesn't taste any worse off than the other pizzas which are more expensive. It might look like they've scrimped out on the pepperoni, but they are very thick slices, which I think is a good thing because it gives it way more texture when you're eating it. So overall, really pleased with this. Let's try the cheese pizza. So this pizza has 2 cheeses, red cheddar and mozzarella. Alright, so this pizza doesn't have loads of flavour. The cheese isn't particularly powerful. The overriding flavour of this one is definitely the sauce. I'd hazard a guess that the red cheddar is of a mild variety. Although the cheese is mild in flavour, there's certainly enough of it. They've not scrimped out on the amount they've put on. No surprises when it comes to the pizza base. It's identical to the pepperoni pizza. It's thin, but it's not crispy, chewy in texture, apart from the crust, which is crispy, but the topping does go very close to the edge of the pizza, so although the edge is crispy, there's not a massive amount of it, which is quite nice. So final thoughts on the cheese pizza. Well, it's not got the most flavour in the world. However, the sauce is really nice, plenty of cheese on the top, and again, for 69p, honestly, you really cannot go wrong, and I'm still surprised that it tastes anywhere near as good as it does. For me personally, I prefer the pepperoni, but that's just a personal taste. If you're vegetarian or don't like the taste of pepperoni, you won't be disappointed with this. Overall, very happy. So overall thoughts on these 2 pizzas. Well, I've tried cheap pizzas in the past. I tried the £1 Sainsbury's and Iceland pizzas. From memory, between them and these, I really cannot taste any difference at all. They all taste okay. You wouldn't want to compare these to a more expensive shop-bought pizza, like the fresh ones you get, the ones that cost 4 or 5 quid. These aren't anything like that. However, when you take into account you can buy a full pizza in a popular supermarket for 69p at a time when everything is going up in price, this is a no-brainer. I'm personally going to go back to Morrisons and I'm going to stock up on these before they go up in price, and I'm going to load up the freezer. They're really tasty. You could have one pizza between 2 with chips, or just one pizza for yourself. Cracking value, taste great. I would highly recommend them both. Thanks for watching. Really hope you enjoyed the video. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and also press the like button if you enjoyed this one. We'll bring you another one again very shortly.